Yeah, this fight prediction isn't going to take long. January 15th, we have light heavyweight champion of the WBO, Joe Smith Jr. versus Callum Johnson. Now, this is inactivity versus activity. Is Joe Smith Jr. back to 100%? Who knows? How much ring rust does he have? And to me, I think Callum Johnson is shot. I was wrong about Beterbiev being, as damaged as he was. I'm glad to be proven wrong, and I'm kind of saying that about Callum Johnson so I can be proven wrong again, if you know what I'm saying. But Callum Johnson has had too many wars. Yes, Joe Smith has as well, but Joe Smith is a little bit more resilient. But is this 100% Joe Smith? Is it not? We don't know. Did COVID tear him up to where Callum Johnson is just going to go in there and rock him? It could be. Now, can Joe Smith Jr. come in and rock Callum Johnson in the very first round? Yes. Can Callum Johnson do the same? Yes. Can it be a mid-round knockout, a late-round knockout? Somebody's getting knocked out. This isn't going to a decision, and for that, I have Joe Smith Jr. by 7th round TKO or KO. I think they're both going to be in trouble in the beginning, fight it out in the mid-rounds, and then right after the mid-round, the 6th round, Joe Smith Jr. is going to knock out Callum Johnson, that is, if I can be clear and eloquent. Anyways, yeah, not going to take long. That's my thoughts. I originally had it Joe Smith Jr. by early round, but then I was just thinking of the inactivity of Joe Smith Jr. and the activity of Callum Johnson. That's going to play a major factor in ring rust and resistance. So with all that in the air, again, Joe Smith Jr. by 7th round KO or TKO, and the winner faces Anthony Yarde. Whoever wins when they face Anthony Yarde, this is going to be a good fight. The Anthony Yarde fight is going to be a good fight. So the WBO world title fights in the light heavyweight division are going to be pretty kick-ass. And I know we want the Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr. or maybe a Callum Johnson rematch, whoever wins, or maybe even Anthony Yarde. Who knows? But whichever three should go and face Artur Beterbiev, that's going to be kick-ass. And who knows if Bivol and Beterbiev are going to face off, if Canelo and Beterbiev, or Canelo and Bivol, or Canelo and Smith. We don't know. A lot of good stuff is happening in this light heavyweight division, and I always knew Canelo Alvarez was going to go, light heavyweight, go to the 195 WBC weight limit, then come back down, because a lot of people don't know. The WBC weight limit is 195 because of that stupid fucking weight that they invented. Anyways, it's 195, and Alunga Makabu is 5'10". He is not 6 foot. He is 5'10". I can fucking verify that shit looking at him straight in the eyes. Anyways, so going down to 195 to light heavyweight and unify there. That's a great plan for Canelo. I think it'll be interesting in doing it. I mean, he's 5'7", man. That's going to be insane. But for this fight, I think it's going to be Joe Smith Jr., 7th round KO, TKO, as I've said over and over again. Now it's over again because it's 3 times, but it's not a comedy. But Callum Johnson, I just think too many wars. Joe Smith Jr., is he 100%? Don't know. But whoever faces Anthony Yarde, it's going to be badass.